Good morning. You did it. Video log number 49. Yes, and you want to hear something strange? Video 47, the one that I said that I made for you that disappeared, was on my YouTube page. When I went there to upload video 48, but after I uploaded video 48, it disappeared. So it's in cyberspace. So anyways, this is the Addicts Guide to Spiritual Therapy. And what I started to tell you about yesterday, which got sidetracked, was my dad. I want to tell you about my dad's visit when he was here last week. So, my dad and I, we don't see eye to eye on very much anymore. Pretty much zero. But I love him. He's my stepfather. My father's been gone, passed for 22 years from cancer. But my dad came to visit. He was post-op. He had an eye surgery 2 weeks prior to that. He's been up 3 times now. First time was for the appointment and then the surgery. And then now a checkup, and now he's got to come back in a month for another checkup. He wasn't too impressed with the way the surgery went. He doesn't think that anything's changed. He's 76 years old, and so he's getting older, and it's a natural progression, especially when you don't take care of yourself very well. I've read up on Louise Hay's You Can Heal Your Life, my favorite, and the one that I highly recommend to anybody. If you have any issues, look them up. Look them up in here. There's a correlation, I guarantee you. But my dad is my dad. But so I spent the day with my dad last week, and the first thing that he wanted to do when he got here was eat. My dad likes A&W. As I jokingly say to my mom, it's always nice when Dad takes you to a restaurant where you can actually look down at the menu as opposed to up at the menu. But so we went to A&W, and for you, those of you who've watched a few of my videos, I'm sure that you're aware that I'm a vegan. I'm about 90% raw. For special occasions, with my family, I will cheat. But anyways, so that was my morning. Then we went and we got my dad's eye checked. That went very well, except for he didn't wear his hearing aids. He's had hearing aids now for a couple of months, and he doesn't particularly like them. I think it's because he hears my mother too much. Which has a lot to do with stuff again. But so when he went in for his appointment, the lady came out with him and was saying, I was trying to talk to him, and I knew immediately when I heard this lady call his name, she has an accent. Well, he has very selective hearing as it is. If you have any sort of low talking at all in your voice, he can't hear you. If you have an accent, he can't hear you. So I knew this wasn't going to go very well from the get-go. So they were in there for about 10 minutes, and she came out and she called me over, and she said, I need him to fill out this form and come back in 4 weeks, and I don't think he has any idea what I'm talking about. I said, yeah, he forgot his hearing aids in Red Deer, and she says, oh, okay. But anyways, so that was the doctor's office. That was round 2. So we filled out the form. My dad gave them 4s out of 5s on everything. He didn't think it was great, but didn't think it was bad. I guess that's where I get that from. But anyways, so from there, then we went to the Legion downtown. I think it's the number 1 Legion. Anyways, is right downtown on 7th Avenue, and to look for an old friend of my dad's, an old friend named Ruth, who tried to get in touch with him but had left the wrong number on the machine. And they actually knew who Ruth was down at the Legion, so my dad got her correct phone number. That was fairly enlightening. And then we went from there to the bus depot because he was on his way back to Red Deer on the Greyhound. And we were there an hour early, so we went and we sat in the depot cafe, and my dad have? Oh, he had a Pepsi. And I had my tea with me, so I was fine. But and then we sat and chatted, and my dad proceeded to tell me that I should consider going to work in the oil sands. Make some good money. You know, the guys that go up there, they could bank about $1 million in 10 years. Well, of course, that would make you 50. I said, so my dad really has no idea what I'm about, because I'm about environmental change. I'm about the abolishment of the monetary system. I'm about using our natural resources and fossil fuels, which is no longer necessary. I don't support A&W. I'm not a drinker, so the Legion doesn't turn my crank. And but I listen to him, because you know what? That's what he wants. He wants to tell me, and so I needed to listen. I got what I took out of it. I love him. We're never gonna see eye to eye. Well, I'm not gonna say never. You never know. Anything's possible. But yeah. So if you have any issues with your family, just realize that they're not always on the same page. So look through them, find out what it is that you need to figure out, and move forward. That's what I have for you today. Thank you very much. Love your moms and your dads. Namaste.